Are you excited about listening to music? If you love great sound, having a good stereo amplifier is really important. In 2025, there are some amazing options that can make your music sound incredible, whether you're a casual listener or a serious fan. A stereo amplifier helps boost the audio signals from your music sources, like a CD player, computer, or vinyl record player. This means you get clearer sound, deeper bass, and all the details that make your favorite songs come alive. With so many choices on the market, it can be tricky to find the right one for you. In this guide, we will explore the best stereo amplifiers of 2025. We'll look at what makes each amplifier special, including their features, performance, and overall sound quality. We'll also talk about what to consider when choosing an amplifier, so you can pick the one that fits your needs and budget. Whether you want to create an amazing home audio system or just upgrade your current setup, we've got you covered. To help you find the right model, we've listed the best stereo amplifiers and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you. Choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started with the video. Number 6. SMSL AD18, priced at $150. Our pick for the best stereo amp for small rooms. The SMSL AD18 is a versatile power amplifier with inputs including optical, coaxial, AUX, USB, and Bluetooth 4.2. It uses the TI-TAS 5508C and TAS 5342A chipset, but is assembled with the intention to look good and save desktop space. It comes with a USB cable, antenna, power supply, and a remote control. Although they are best known for their headphone amps and DACs, China's SMSL have produced a killer little speaker amp as well. The AD18 may be less than 10 inches long, but it manages to output a genuinely surprising amount of power, delivering more than enough juice for even the most demanding speakers. We were pleasantly surprised at how well this amplifier performed in a smaller room. While it doesn't have the grunt of something like the Onkyo A9110, it's much friendlier for those with limited space. The most glaring downside with the SMSL AD18 is that for all its charms, it's still a budget amplifier. That means that the sound will be ruthlessly exposed by high-end speakers. You're better off investing in a slightly pricier amplifier, like the Cambridge Audio CXA61, if you want to go in that direction. That said, there's a lot to love here, including a solid DAC, Bluetooth compatibility, and a handy screen. It also helps that the AD18 looks fabulous. Number 5. Anthem STR. Priced at $5,000, our pick for the best high-end stereo amp. The Anthem STR is a wonder. It's a beautifully designed integrated amplifier with very decent power, 200 watts at 8 ohms, and a great onboard DAC with the ability to handle DSD. It also has a huge range of inputs and outputs, easily comparable to amplifiers like the Peachtree Audio Nova 300. It's true that we could pick 5 or 6 figure amps for this spot, but the STR delivers all that they do, at a significantly lower cost, even if the price tag does slot it firmly into the high-end bracket. The STR has plenty going for it, including Anthem's fast-becoming legendary room correction system. It sounds both thunderous and pinpoint precise. Although it's a sound that can be a little rudimentary without the room correction turned on, once it's activated, it's absolutely gorgeous. Ultimately, we don't think that it's worth the extra $2,000 over the Nova 300, which offers great sound and usability at half the cost, but this is still a brilliant amplifier. If you can afford it, then it will make one hell of a centerpiece in your hi-fi system. Number 4. Denon PMA600N, priced at $500. If you love vinyl records, there's more than one reason to use the Denon PMA600NE to complete your system. First, it has an excellent phono preamp included, meaning you don't need a separate one. Second, it incorporates an outstanding analog mode feature, which bypasses the amplifier's digital circuitry completely. The pure, warm sound that results is definitely worth the trouble. And unlike less expensive apps, like the Onkyo A9110, there's both Bluetooth and a solid DAC included here, so it can take digital sources without breaking a sweat. If you're looking for a stereo amp to handle a turntable and you like your audio to have some real weight to it, the PMA600NE is the one to pick. However, this amp is made by Denon, so some design features are practically baked in. The remote is terrible, designed with what feels like no thought for the user. And while the PMA600NE does have a couple of nice aesthetic touches, like the old-school font on the front end and the prominent knobs, they can't save the amp from looking absolutely dull. Being utilitarian is fine, but very little about this amp is appealing to the eye in any way. Good thing it sounds so sweet. Number 3. Onkyo A9110. Priced at $350 best budget stereo amp, under $500. Onkyo's A9 series has been a firm favorite of ours for some time. The original A9050 was featured on this list previously, and the new Onkyo A9110 makes some significant improvements. While the casing has undergone a slight redesign, the biggest changes are internal. Most of them have to do with improved amp circuitry, and circuits that reduce the length of time it takes for the audio signal to travel from place to place. The result is genuinely brilliant sound. For an amp that costs just over $300, you're getting audio quality that is just staggering. This is easily a top budget pick, and it also helps that it comes with a wide range of connections, including a phono stage. However, we do wish that the A9110, the budget model in this range, included some sort of DAC. Even a cheap one would have been nice. The lack of one means you'll need to buy a separate converter as well, although this shouldn't break the bank. It's a frustrating choice, given that the more expensive version of the A9110, the imaginatively named A9130, actually has a DAC, allowing direct connection to a tablet or PC. All the same, this is a superb update, and a lock for the best budget amp for most people. Audio companies are getting smarter. Virtually every piece of gear that crosses the threshold of our office is capable of connecting to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, handling high-res audio, or adjusting the sound to fit our unique hearing profiles. Because of this, we find it very brave of Onkyo to release the A9110, a stereo amp that's distinctly old school. In this review, we break down the A9110's sound, design, packaging, and accessories, specs, and more. Number 2. Cambridge Audio CX-A61. Priced at $600. A stereo amp with a great DAC included. The Cambridge Audio CX-A61 is an outstanding amplifier with terrific digital capabilities. It's the latest entry in the company's CX series, and it fixes almost all the issues we had with the CX-A60 amp. You get a full range of analog and digital inputs in a beautifully designed and distinctive interface. But most importantly, you get great sound. The audio quality is lively and rambunctious, injecting tracks with real life. This certainly isn't an amp for those who enjoy reference-grade sound. If you do want something with a slightly more neutral presentation, try the Parasound New Classic 200 Integrated or the CX-A81, an 80-watt amp from Cambridge with slightly more restrained sound. You could make an argument that the CX-A61 amplifier could beat the Peachtree Audio Carina in the number 1 spot. However, it doesn't have the raw power and energy that the Carina has, and we just couldn't help feeling that the price was too high. At $999 dualer, it's $400, more expensive than the original CX-A60. To be fair, if you're prepared to put up with a few extra annoyances, like the reliance on a USB dongle for Bluetooth, then you can probably save yourself some money and buy that amp instead. However, none of that changes the fact that the Cambridge Audio CX-A61 is one of the most enjoyable amps we've tested this year. Number 1. Yamaha AS701S. Introducing the Yamaha A71 SL, our top pick for the best stereo amplifier of 2025. This impressive amplifier delivers 100 watts per channel, providing powerful sound that makes you feel like you're at a live concert, no matter what genre you enjoy. Unlike many budget models that typically offer only 50 to 75 watts, the A71 SL ensures you experience rich, dynamic audio. One standout feature is its gold-plated inputs, which minimize signal loss and interference whether you connect via digital coaxial, optical, or traditional analog cables. But it's not just for music. Imagine watching your favorite movies and hearing every whisper clearly. The A71 SL also includes speaker A and B options, allowing you to easily switch between different sets of speakers based on your mood. Plus, it has an auto standby feature that activates after 8 hours of inactivity, saving energy effortlessly. In a market where many amplifiers can be complicated or underpowered, the Yamaha A71 SL shines as a user-friendly powerhouse. We're thoroughly impressed and give it a big thumbs up.